Hello, everybody. Well, it's been a month. I don't know. Mandy for burritos and ramen here. It's been something else. Let's see. Where do I even start? I went back to work, and that went relatively all right, I guess. Um, and well, I've been trying to figure out Mom's estate, and kind of went through another roller coaster thing again, where I just decided to maybe give it a chance, because maybe I would get up to 40K for it, 40,000 for it. And then I realized, with the clarity and everything, because I looked up other places that had sold in the park, but I've been trying to get a hold of a lawyer and appraiser and all those different people for a while now, and nobody really got back to me until today. And then they just basically told me it could be up to $5,500 or even $6,000 minus 25% off that I get with my employee assistance program. But the one question I wanted to know was, do I have to sell it, or do I have to wait the 6 months for it to be in the Royal Gazette, or can I sell it and then the proceeds go to the estate account? And from what I understand, no. Today I finally found out that no, you have to wait that 6 months. So that means paying the monthly lot fee, which is going up in October. So that's unfortunate, because it's going that, oh, and it would take up to 90 days for me to get the grant of administration, where it normally takes 10 to 14 days, but because of all the stuff that's happened. So that's a thing that's happened. So I'd be at 9 months on the hook for paying monthly stuff. And it wouldn't be so bad, except that we've been looking at getting a home up here in Halifax, because we, this place here is great. It's been really nice. And the rent isn't as crazy as we've been seeing in the last few months. People talking about, their rents going up and stuff like that. And even in the midst of this process of trying to find a house to buy, we found out that our rent wasn't going to go up a significant amount, which was nice. And I don't think they're going to turn around in February or whenever the state of emergency is lifted on phase 5 and charge us more. But if they do, then we might have an out, because we put an offer in on a house. It's funny, because we were told, it could take several times. It could take several offers. This on my hand just says my uncle's name, because I was supposed to email, and I did email him today. Anyway, they said it could take, several offers till we were accepted. So we prepared for that. And this place, one place was rejected, and then the other place went pending first. And we were just like, well, that's gone. And it wasn't, it didn't have a rec room. And Dave was kind of wanted that first, to play board games with friends and whatnot, and just to sort of have a separate place to be, because the roommate, sometimes he's in the living room, and so we, find another place to be. But, it's still, pretty nice. Anyway, this one, out of the blue, this past Saturday, it was accepted. Now, I was trying to keep it on the, down low, because we still, it just doesn't feel like a sure thing yet. But, because, there's still the down payment and all that to make, which we have. It's just, and then, the deposit, we just made that on it. So now we have to get insurance by the 8th, and the inspection is going to be the 7th. Cutting it a little bit close, but anyway, the realtor has assured us that that's fine. So we're going with that, and we talked to insurance people today and everything like that. So that's a thing that's happening. So, to have to pay for, the lawyer, and what was the other stuff? There's just several things that, have to be paid for. The probate, the Royal Gazette ad and stuff like that. And then Housing Nova Scotia. Did you know? I just found this out last week, I think, that if you get a Housing Nova Scotia renovation loan, and it was our understanding that you have to live in the house for 4 years. Okay. Mom did that, I think, in 2018. We weren't aware that, because she signed it with her friend, I guess she wasn't expecting to pass away before 4 years. If you pass away, it becomes due. Now, as you might expect, I don't expect to have to pay it because it's not my debt. But at the same time, apparently it does say and I didn't ask the lawyer about that, because there's just things that you forget when you have to wait a week or two to talk to someone. So that's one of the things I forgot to ask him was, okay, like it says right there that people like heirs and whatnot, it seems to indicate that they're responsible. So I'm gonna possibly be on the hook for $3,400, and it's going up as of tomorrow because of the interest. So at this point, I just don't feel like it's worth the hassle and the stress and the expense to try and sell the place, even if I did get up to $40,000. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. And so the only thing I'm concerned about now is getting out of the lot fee, because literally I should have just kept the bank account open. And yes, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for doing anything with regards to her estate before I had the grant of administration, but regardless of that, no, the things I did do, nobody asked for. They asked for the death certificate. They didn't ask for proof that I was administrator. So, is it on them? I don't know. But anyway, the whole thing about the housing and the lot fee, I should have just kept the bank account open until like early July. Kind of think I did, but I foolishly changed the lot fee to my bank account. What I should have done was just transferred the money from my bank account to her previous one for that last month, but I didn't know how long I was going to be able to stay down there. And as it is, I contacted Service Canada, and basically my caregiver benefits were supposed to end after she passed. So like she passed on the 20th, my last one would have been the 22nd, and that's it. Then I was supposed to switch to sickness benefits, but I couldn't get a hold of my doctor or the psychologist until early July. So they're fixing that now, and because I had to go back to work on August 3rd, I was entitled to one more week, so like $400 and something, nearly $500 that they said, if it doesn't come in a month, give us a call. Okay. But that leaves me with only 5 weeks left of sickness benefits, and you may say, oh, well, that's, not so bad. Kind of, except, I am all out of sick days. I use them all until January, so that's half the year that I can't get sick. Like, legit. I'm not calling it legit. Like, physically sick, So, there's that. There's just so much going on right now, and then Dave kind of spearheaded the, wanting to get a house, and I was worried about, being told that our rent was going to go up, but luckily it hasn't yet. So, if for some reason this all went sideways, we could still stay here, but houses are going up, so we wouldn't be able to afford something better next year, and, nothing says they won't do it next year, especially with there's construction, like they're working on renos nearby, like to the next building over that they own, so it's all part of this whole thing. And then plus we just kind of want to get out of here because of the construction that's going to be going on in this part of town pretty soon, I think. Anyway, so I've got like 5 minutes left, so that's basically what's been going on. So what worries me now is being on the hook with Housing Nova Scotia And this form that I have to, for renouncing my claim for grant of administration, estate administration, it's only asking for permission from the public trustee, and I already tried to ask the public trustee to take it, but because I'm the only heir for it, and it could take years, especially with what's going on now. Like, I mean, if I, got permission, say I got permission, and somehow the Housing Nova Scotia thing, it got paid off somehow, if it got done. And then, I somehow got out of paying the lot fees for the mobile, then, it could take years for anything to come back. And if it goes to a tax sale, I'm pretty sure it's not going to get 40,000, but like, I don't want to have to pay, not $6,000, but $4,500 for a lawyer, and then all the other fees on top of that, and then having to catalog everything that's there, and possibly, if there was anything that, could they find out about things that I did with the estate before I got grant of administration, and would that go against me? So there's just so much stress, So that's what I've been doing lately. As to food, well, I'll give you the 4-minute rundown on food, because that's what this was for in the first place. This is a really nice, I don't know if that's going to be backwards, but anyway, strawberry lemonade. I think Walmart has it cheapest for 89 cents, and they've now got vanilla Coke at the front checkout, like on the self-serve, or even in the little things at the checkout. They're like $1.98, but then there's the deposit, so it makes about $2.10. The strawberry, it's really good. So there's that. And I'm still kind of doing the plant-based thing, but really I'm just kind of checking out the No Frills. The other No Frills, the bigger one, just because they have more things. And they have the oat milk for like $4 for almost a 2-liter, so that's kind of cool. And things like that. And I just put chocolate in it instead of, getting a chocolate, thing of it, because sometimes you need milk for other things. And, I don't know. I got this little package of tempeh. That's like bacon tempeh. There's still some left of it. It was dated August the 23rd. I don't think it's going to be bad, but I've been making those up, and then, just sort of dabbling in the plant-based stuff, and trying to figure out ramen without, like, ramen noodles, because, like, the rice noodles, the ones I had gotten were, like, in this big package, and it was a pain in the rear, and when I cooked them all up, and then it just didn't turn out right, and the fridge is basically a freezer. It freezes a lot of things. Or if this one is too cold, Mom's just conked out, so stuff like that. There's just, but now I've been seeing nests, like little ramen type nests, that don't have a seasoning packet, even though I've got a few that I saved. But things like that, those are kind of cool. But I've been looking for like vermicelli and angel hair pasta, just to see if that's sort of a good substitute. And I mean, I had heard about that a few years ago, and it's just because I guess ramen's not good for people. So I've got almost a minute left, or a little over a minute left. I just wanted to update everybody. This channel is not kind of turning out the way I wanted it to. I've still got like the list of different topics that I wanted to do, but like it's just been, I see the ones, on other YouTube channels, and I think, okay, well, I'll do first day with my new tongue. I'll do a video about this and that and the other thing, in praise of sandwiches, soups, this kind of thing. And the things I noticed, the trends that are different in, different grocery stores and stuff like that, like Walmart is starting to, their selection of canned soups is starting to, but supply, I know supply is changing too, because, we got to get used to it, because supply, from everywhere is just changing, especially with this, variants making things worse and everything. So Dave and I are double vaxxed, and, here we are, just trying to live and survive. I won't have to go back to the office probably until the new year, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, 5 seconds left. Take care and have a great day. Bye now.